Let's get you some breaking inputs coming in via a tweet of Global Times, which is China's national English language newspaper. And this is a massive admission by Chinese mouthpiece. It admits to casualties caused during June 15th face-off, but it continues to lie about the number of casualties. In fact, in a series of two tweets, the Global Times says that Indian officials want to placate nationalists by making speculations on China's casualties to satisfy Indian hardliners, such as speculating that China lost more soldiers than India. The reason why China did not release casualties numbers is that China also wants to avoid an escalation. If China releases the number, which is less than 20, it says, the Indian government would again come under pressure. Let's go across to our editor, Internal Security, Nikunj Garg, who's joining me for more inputs on the story. Nikunj, this is interesting. Global Times, on one hand, admits that there were casualties, but even now hides the exact number and says that our figure was less than 20.
Well, Preeti, that's the nature of the press in that country. That's the nature of that country. That's the dictatorship that China is. What is a country that cannot allow even free internet access to its own citizenry? And then they are talking about transparency in the battlefield casualties. That is something that is, next to impossible for the Chinese to do. Have they ever in any war, forget about war with India in 1962, but all the wars that they have fought across with their neighbors all across the borders, have they ever truthfully revealed the casualty figures? They have never done it. And since they have never done it, they will not do it this time as well. This is just to, pump up the opinion on the domestic side, where China has actually made a very big strategic error for a small tactical gain. If at all they have gained something in the Galwan Valley. So the Global Times is just a state mouthpiece, unlike the press here. And it's just trying to tom-tom the line that the Chinese Communist Party would want to feed to its own people and nothing more.
So while on one hand trying to pump up support from their own people, China is not revealing the exact details of the casualties on their side. Nikunj, they're accusing the Indian government of working under pressure and trying to placate nationalists here.
Well, yes, that's obviously, Preeti, that's the obvious modus operandi. Because if the government of India is only satisfying the requirements that are there of the border guarding forces, including the army, alongside the border with Chinese, where the Chinese have shown, some greater amount of aggravation of situation than the recent past. And this is an aggravation, Preeti, that has not happened, all of a sudden it has been happening. But this time Chinese have quite clearly breached the red line. And if the government is only doing that, how can Chinese digest that? They will obviously have to accuse an administration which is just trying to safeguard its own interest to trying to placate the nationalists. Obviously, the nationalists will be there. What do the Chinese want? I mean, Chinese want that there should be no nationalist constituency in this country, or there should be no nationalist sentiment in this country. The nationalistic sentiment is there, and China will get to know it in days to come and years to come, that this nationalist sentiment can rise up to the challenge and defend the motherland against any country. And Chinese, obviously, I've read that entire Global Times piece. They're trying to show how superior to Indian, Indian position the Chinese position is. But they would realize that certainly is not the case. And 1962 is a very dark chapter in a history long gone past.
That's right. Thanks very much, Nikunj, for joining us with your inputs on that story. And that's all we can pack for you in this edition of Morning News Hour. Stay